The billion-dollar secret are hiding in your wallet. Did you know some of the richest people have more debt than you? This sounds crazy. It goes against everything we're taught about money. Cut up your credit cards, pay off loans as fast as possible. Debt is a four-letter word. A sign of failure. A crushing weight that holds you down. For most people, this is their reality. But for the wealthy, debt is not a trap. It's a secret weapon, a powerful tool to get richer, faster. The core idea is simple. There are two kinds of money, your money and other people's money. The wealthy see debt as opportunity, a tool, not a trap, the mindset of the rich. For the average person, a loan is a problem, a monthly payment that drains their account and fuels anxiety. They count the days until the car is paid off, until the mortgage is gone. Debt-free becomes the ultimate goal. That mindset, while common, is a trap that keeps people thinking small. It locks them into a cycle of earning, spending, and saving, avoiding calculated risks that lead to wealth. The rich see debt as a tool. In clumsy hands, a hammer can hurt and destroy, just like bad debt. In skilled hands, it builds immense value. The tool itself is neutral. Power comes from knowledge. The wealthy train to be master carpenters with the tool of debt. They build relationships with bankers because access to capital is an advantage. Interest is the cost of renting money to make more money. Focus on cash flow and net worth, not the emotion of being debt-free. Not all debt is created equal. The millionaire playbook starts here. There is a massive difference between the debt that makes you rich and the debt that makes you poor. The rich keep it simple. Good debt is debt someone else pays for. Bad debt is debt you pay for with your own sweat. Borrowing for liabilities, vacations, clothes, dinners, car loans on assets that drop in value, personal loans for consumer goods, you repay plus interest from your paycheck. A recipe for staying broke. Good debt buys assets, like a rental property. Rent covers mortgage, taxes, insurance, repairs, and leaves cash flow for you. Your tenant pays off your debt. You build wealth monthly. Same-sized loans. One buys a car payment, the other buys an income stream. Your choice determines your destiny. The real estate rocket, using other people's money. Leverage lets you control big assets with little cash. The bank provides the rest. Simple example. With $20,000, you could buy 20 kilos of stocks and make 2 kilos on a 10% rise. Real estate investors use that 20 kilo as a down payment on a 100 kilo rental. The bank funds the other 80K. You now control a 100 kilo asset. If it rises 10%, that's a 10 kilo gain. On 20 kilo invested, that's a 50% return. Leverage in action. Meanwhile, your tenant pays the loan, each month building your equity. You get appreciation, cash flow, and debt paydown, using little of your money. Bank earns interest. Tenant has a home. You build wealth automatically. Buy one. Let it rise. Refinance to fund the next. Repeat. That's why millionaires use the bank's money. Portfolios grow exponentially. What's true for real estate is true for business. Smart entrepreneurs don't fear debt, they use it as fuel. Grow slowly with profits or step on the gas with a loan. Borrow to capture market share and multiply profits. Own a profitable pizza shop. Use a bank loan to open store. 2. Today. If profits exceed payments, the loan is covered, and you keep the extra. You've fast-forwarded growth by years. Freelancer. Small loan for better tools. Manufacturer. Borrow for a new plant. Startup. Raise debt to scale revenue, not gambling, calculated risk. Project sales, expenses, path to profit. Borrow for systems, equipment, people. Direct ROI. Debt helps owners build bigger machines. That's the difference. Here's another secret. The tax system encourages borrowing and investing. In many countries, certain interest is tax deductible. Mortgage interest on homes and rentals can reduce taxable income. You subtract interest paid from income, lowering your tax bill. At a 25% bracket, every dollar of interest could save 25 cents in taxes. In business, interest on productive debt is an expense, like rent or payroll. It lowers taxable profit and the total tax bill. So the real cost of debt is interest minus tax savings. The wealthy optimize with accountants, structuring loans and investments for tax efficiency. They use debt to acquire income assets and reduce their biggest expense, taxes. Most people using non-deductible bad debt miss this 2-for-1 advantage, and the gap widens. Fear of debt is rational. Many have felt real pain from bad debt, job loss, missed payments, foreclosure, double-digit credit card rates, spiral balances. These scars teach that all debt is dangerous. Well-meaning advice reinforces avoidance. cut cards, pay off everything. It's designed to keep you safe, but safe often means poor. Schools rarely teach assets, liabilities, or reading financials. We learn to work for money, not make money work. Without knowledge, debt feels like gambling. Fear follows the unknown. Fear creates avoidance, and avoidance cuts you off from a powerful wealth tool. It's like racing in first gear. Others who shift leave you in the dust. This fear is a major obstacle keeping the middle class from wealth. So, how do you start thinking and acting like the rich with debt? First, educate yourself from people who use debt to build wealth. Learn the language, cash flow, leverage, ROI, capital gains. Second, get your defense, 3 to 6 months emergency fund and better credit. Good credit unlocks cheaper capital. Third, start small. A single-family rental or a small business upgrade. Fall in love with numbers, not the idea. Income must cover all costs and the loan. Build a buffer for vacancies and repairs. If it fails on paper, it fails in life. Finally, take action. It's scary and imperfect, but that first asset paid by someone else changes everything. Debt isn't the enemy. It's a tool used with knowledge and discipline. Use other people's money to buy assets that pay the debt and pay you. Old rules, avoid debt. New rules, master it.